Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Is it innuendo bell or menopause bell? Which one is it?
Bell end.
These marriages are not perfect, but all in all, they seem to work. Marriage is an institution for grown-ups.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
There are no bosses in a modern marriage. He knows he's lucky to have a wife.
Hello everybody, it's episode 13.
Ooh.
Unlucky for some.
And it's a Friday. Does that make it worse?
Well, it's not Friday the 13th though, is it? It's Friday 25th of June when we're recording this. I did think that Friday the 13th. I put a post on Twitter about an hour ago saying, hey, we're recording episode 13. If you've got any superstitions, let me know.
Superstitions.
Nobody's replied. So it is episode 13.
Do you know what? My nan was really suspicious.
She was suspicious.
Suspicious,
Do you
yeah.
feel like an idiot now for taking out of me saying superstitious wrong before?
Yeah.
Eh?
Right, so let me start that again. So my nan was really superstitious.
Older people seem to be.
Yeah, maybe. She wouldn't let anyone cross her on the stairs. She was really funny about...
That must be annoying when you wanted to or something.
Yeah.
Come on, Nan, hurry up. She's old. She's taking forever to walk downstairs.
She did not like the colour green. She thought that was unlucky.
You're wearing green today.
I am, yeah. The under the ladders.
Yeah, some are common sense though. I always think under the ladder, if someone's up a ladder, they're doing something, normally requiring tools. They might be hammering something. They might be painting something.
Yeah, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Like I remember
I don't have a problem with walking under a ladder.
No, you're not superstitious at all, are you? But I do it less now, but the salute to the...
Crows, magpies.
Magpies.
You don't see magpies out here where we live.
One for sorrow, two for joy. So if you see one, you're meant to salute it, which I know annoys you.
I've never done that in my life, and when people do it, it lessens my opinion of them.
Well, I know you've said all your girlfriends have done it in the past, so I'm just another one of them that does it.
Yeah, it's a negative in the girlfriend column when they salute magpies.
Well, I can say I do it less, but like you say, that you don't see them as much.
I stopped being superstitious because I've got OCD.
Yeah.
And I find if you start something like that with something like this, it can be hellish.
Absolutely. I have got my own superstitions that aren't like known, but I'm not going to tell you.
Secret superstitions.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a song in that?
You're not telling us then?
No, because I think they're too stupid and too weird.
Well, no, because that's what this podcast is. Give us one of the weirdest, stupidest ones. Just one, if you can be bothered.
So when I spray perfume, there's certain perfumes that I think are lucky.
You've got a lucky perfume?
Yeah, but not for me. It's for the kids. Like if they've got exams or anything like that, I've got certain perfumes that I'll spray, and I'll spray it like...
On what? On the pens? On them?
No,
or on
me,
yourself?
on me. And
so they get good luck if you have a certain perfume on?
Yeah. And I'll spray it 3 times.
But I buy you random perfumes.
I know. But I've made up in my head which ones are the lucky ones.
Have you?
Yeah, I know.
So if I bring a new one in, like let's say at Christmas I got you Scandal. Is that Jean-Paul Gaultier, I think, which had a lovely bottle.
Can I tell you, I've put that on today.
Yeah.
Right, and I've sprayed it 3 times.
Yeah.
Because Betsy has a show today.
So Betsy Pearl, our daughter, is doing a performing arts show.
And it's not...
You've given yourself a spritz.
So I've given myself the lucky perfume.
Lucky
that's classed as one of the lucky ones. But the trouble is, because of my smell, which we've gone on about loads since COVID.
Yeah, your COVID nose.
That smells disgusting to me every time I spray it.
Yeah, I still like it.
No, but I love the smell of it. But at the moment, it smells so horrid. But because of my superstition, it's one of my lucky perfumes.
Right.
So I've sprayed it on myself, even though I can't stand the smell of it. But
so you're willing to feel disgusting for some good luck?
Yeah. I told you it's stupid.
Quite stupid, yeah. Yeah, because
I can't believe I've just said that out loud. That's been like one of my little
secrets,
bathroom secrets for
That's
a long,
what this podcast's for, isn't it? Though
I feel a bit sad actually.
Yeah, I think you're a bit sad after telling me all about it.
Do you not have any of them?
No, I really. Well, do you think I have?
No, I think you have your ACDs, like odd numbers, but yeah.
If I gave them to myself, like pre-England match, if I had a routine, lucky pants and stuff like that, I would become obsessed with it. with flying, because I'm so scared of flying, I can't have a routine on the flight because I think to myself, once you've got one of them, that's going to make your flight a million times more scary.
I agree, because the England match that we played Scotland when we were rubbish and we didn't win, I was already starting to think, right, what did I do on that one that I mustn't do on the next one? So I was going to not light certain candles, and I was going to, and then I thought, come on, stop being stupid. I had to.
Has no effect.
I had to talk to myself.
No. But there are bigger issues at playing the England team other than your spritzing. You've got to admit,
sometimes you'll be watching a football match and somebody will go to the toilet.
I don't think that.
And they'll score.
I think I am the curse. I've said this to you before. From Sheffield. Sheffield United is my home team. I don't give a toss if they win or lose.
Yeah.
But if I watch them, if there's a game on and I watch them, they always seem to lose. Now, they lose a lot, right, this season. But I always think to myself, they've lost because I've watched it.
Yeah.
Because I've suddenly paid attention, Sheffield United have lost.
Yeah.
And I feel like that with England as well.
I have that.
But then we did well in the last World Cup, so I kind of feel like it's rubbish. I'm absolved of all
It's really hard.
superstitions.
And you've got to give yourself a talking to, haven't you? You've got to try and... But yeah, the Perfume one has gone on for a long, long time.
So it's been a week. It's been Father's Day this week, which was all right. I enjoyed it. You
did all right, didn't you?
Did all right, yeah. I did all right. But some of that was spite buying. From the last podcast, you spent so much on booze and parties and things like that for the kids this last week, small gatherings, COVID friendly, within the rules, I have to say that. I got a bit annoyed, so I upped the price of what I got for Father's Day, which was a record player.
It was nothing to do with that.
No, that's exactly what it was to do with.
No, you were already giving me hints before, like about
hand on heart, I swear on Betsy Pearl's life, I mean, I got a more expensive record player because I wanted a good quality one.
Yeah.
Because we bought a cheap one and it was
Yeah, no,
right?
I understand that thing of that costs that and that's going to waste. This is something that actually we'll use that's going to last.
So that's my rationale.
No, I get that, but you were hinting way before about
but
big presents.
I hint and I never get them. I didn't get the thousands of pounds worth of security cameras I wanted, and I literally only wanted them to see which cat comes in the house at night and eats our cat's food. But I enjoyed it. Do you remember Dadzy, when I said I'd done Dadzy?
Yeah.
Which is me dressing up in joggers and a black T-shirt, camo joggers. I'm like a fat, white, middle-aged Stormzy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
In work yesterday, I've held back on telling you about this. It's so funny.
Oh.
I'm getting ready for my show in the morning.
Yeah.
And the news team are there, sit across from where I sit in the radio studio. And Natalie, my colleague on the station, she comes through.
Yeah.
And she's wearing the full jogging suit, the tie-dye full jogging suit.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And somebody on news went, "Oh, Natalie, I love what you're wearing." And she said something like, "Oh, yeah, well, this is me, I can't be bothered outfit." And she turned around to me, she said it, and so I told her about Dadzy. I'm like, "You won't believe this. I went to Dubai Opera in joggers and a T-shirt. Yeah. And I'm like Stormzy, but I'm called Dadzy." And she went, "I'm having that. I'll be Nazi." Because her name's Natalie. She said, "I'll be Nazi." And she was walking up and I just shouted, "I'm not sure that scans quite as well." That genuinely happened. Oh. Sounds like something from a sitcom now, but it genuinely happened.
Oh, funny.
Isn't it good?
Yeah,
Nazi.
yeah. You know that thing where she says, "Oh, this is my I can't be bothered outfit."
Yeah.
Now, I say this quite regularly. Like when someone compliments me on my hair or something like that. And like,
have you done your hair? This old thing.
I go, "Oh, I've not done anything to it. This is can't be bothered hair."
An hour and a half on your fringe.
No. Most of the time when people say it, it actually is. But when you say it, you feel like they think you're lying. That you've actually, like you say, spent hours. Yeah. But I do reckon some women do the.
We've known Natalie for a long time now, a couple of decades, and I do know that because she gets up and does the breakfast show on Dubai 92, and I totally get her. Natalie likes comfort.
That they're quite fashionable these days.
It's a trendy jogging suit. I want one. So fair enough.
I mean, when I put mine on, mine is I can't be bothered. But yeah, that is quite a common saying. "Oh yeah, I just couldn't be bothered."
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're going, "Oh yeah, this is me naturally."
Got a survey for you as well.
All right.
I think I've already asked you about this. This has been big in the news this week. It's, do you wear knickers under your pajamas in bed? I can tell you some people who do and don't.
Okay, as in famous people.
Yeah, Holly Willoughby doesn't. She's nothing under her pajamas. Philip Schofield sleeps completely naked.
Yeah.
That's Holly and Phil. Susanna from Trini and Susanna says you should always wear knickers.
Yeah.
I did a survey for this podcast. Yeah, and I had to put a caveat that I wasn't being a perv. It's for the podcast.
Oh, my goodness.
69% of women, ironically, surveyed for the podcast said no, they don't wear knickers under pyjamas. I can tell you what your choice of bedwear says about you, but do you want to tell us what you wear in bed more often than not?
I am no knickers under in my pyjamas.
So you don't wear knickers in bed, basically?
No, because...
And under your pyjamas?
I like to wear pyjamas. Sometimes I'll go full nuddy, but that's...
Full nuddy.
Full nuddy. That's usually if I'm really hot or something like that. It's not a sexy thing.
We put our pyjamas on early.
Yeah, well...
I put comfies on as soon as I get on from work. And to me, it's like a psychological switch. The pants are coming off.
Well, yeah.
When a pair of comfy bottoms on.
I know most women will relate to this. When you get to take your bra off on an evening...
I've heard this.
Oh, it is so nice. It's the best thing to get your bra off after a long day. So taking your bra off is a bit, for me, it's similar, like you get your knickers off, you just feel a bit... Freer, yeah.
I'm at home, this is my turf.
So I will sit
So you wear in bed
downstairs.
then? Can you describe what you wear to bed? That's the point I'm getting to, because I've got a list of what people wear in bed and what it means about them. So tell us what you wear in bed.
Normally one of your old T-shirts.
Yep.
Sometimes bottoms, sometimes not.
The bottoms tend to come off, don't they? Not for any nefarious reason, unfortunately, but they do tend to come off.
More often than not, yes.
5 minutes in bed. Let me tell you what it says about you. If you wear pyjamas with pants, you are not overly flirty and may need time to come out of your shell.
Yeah.
If you wear pyjamas with no pants, you're likely to be a bit more free, you're confident, optimistic, and have a good sense of humour. Don't think we're at you yet, are we? I'm not saying you haven't. If you wear a silk nightgown,
no,
tends to be worn at the start of a relationship or to reboot a relationship that's gone off the boil. So maybe it's time you did start wearing one.
No, not into silky.
If you sleep in the nude, in the buff, naked birthday suit, you're basically saying, here I am, take it or leave it. So you don't care. You're like, this is me, accept it.
No, I'm a bit more.
And finally,
if
this is true, because I've not put this in, this was in the research, if you wear an old T-shirt, which is what you do, a surprisingly sexy choice for bed. I need to post a picture of what you look like. It's the kind of thing you put on to be taken off by your partner. So you don't know this, but you're doing it psychologically.
Right, okay.
This choice shows you're in control in the bedroom. Tick, hold on. What do you reckon to that? I mean, that fits like a glove, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't say much about me as a person, just says that I'm horny.
The only time I want to take a T-shirt off you is when you wear one that I still consider to be a day T-shirt. Like if you've got one of me band T-shirts on, that's not in the bed pile. Like one of my T-shirts is the Haynes manual, Jeep.
Oh yeah. That wouldn't fit you anymore.
No, it's an old T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I was a lot slimmer when you got it.
Yeah.
I've got what would you call it? The pile of dreams.
Yeah.
The pile of broken dreams.
But hold on, you're never getting that one back on, because that one, even on me, isn't particularly that baggy.
Yeah, but when I lose weight, I don't have massive boobs. That's why it's tight on you. You're not fat, or you're by any means. You're skinny, but you've got boobs.
Yeah.
If I lose weight, I lose it everywhere. So that T-shirt probably would. I know I'm never getting back into it, but it is in the T-shirts of dreams pile.
Okay. So this explains why somebody sent me a message saying that somebody they know went to stay at an auntie's house.
Right.
And whilst they were there, they asked if they could borrow some pyjamas.
Yeah.
And the auntie said, "Oh yeah, they're in the cupboard." So they went to go and help themselves to some pyjamas. Well, apparently there was a pile of pyjamas, unwashed, all with sticky.
Oh.
crotches.
No.
So,
you tell some stories on this podcast.
That's on the back of you. I was confused as to where this message.
Yeah, why are you telling me this?
And I'm thinking, what's that? And now that explains.
Yeah.
So this person obviously wanted to tell this story on the podcast. So yeah, and I think they're very against not wearing.
Are they a knicker wearer under the pajamas?
Yeah. I didn't message this person back to say, "Oh, I'm a Nicholas."
I'll wear a pair of jogger shorts in bed. I don't like boxer shorts because I find it too restrictive, but I don't like naked, and I'll tell you why. If there's a noise, I have to get up.
Yeah.
If you hear a noise, you make me go downstairs.
I like you naked.
That's nice. I don't like the idea of running out of the bedroom because if we hear something, I'm fast. Surprisingly, it's one time in my life I'm fast when it's to protect my electronics.
I do think about that.
Brackets and family.
And I do think about whenever the children have got friends staying over, I always wear full-on pyjamas because if I've got to get up in the night or if one of them suddenly walked in our bedroom, I wouldn't want to give them a shock. So
yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
So I do wear full pyjamas then.
Although we were talking about this, weren't we, about going into your parents' bedroom. One of our friends was saying about going into the parents'... Yes, it was Richard, was talking about when you were a kid, you didn't go into your parents' bedrooms. At my grandparents, you weren't allowed upstairs. I don't know if they had the kinky sex swing in the bedrooms, but you just weren't even allowed upstairs. And then going into your parents' bedroom always seemed taboo. Rich said he used to have to knock and then wait, and if there were no reply, you just didn't go in. I think I was allowed in my parents' bedroom. I think because I was allowed, I wasn't that bothered about going in. Always wanted to go upstairs at my grandparents.
I never liked going into my parents' bedroom, but I wasn't like I was allowed to go in. I know our kids always like knock, or they'll, even if the door's wide open, they'll be like,
yeah, I'm not surprised.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
They're like that.
Well, they've been stung once or twice, haven't they? So they know better than to just walk in.
Wife's whinge.
What have you got today?
In the past week, you have got new boxers.
Yeah. Father's Day.
New shirts.
I'm going to put it down to Father's Day.
Well, the new boxes you requested.
On actual Father's Day, you were at the shops, which I didn't know, and you texted and said, is there anything you want for Father's Day? And I'm like, yeah, I could do some new box shorts. Yeah. So I didn't request, you asked.
You get a lot of new boxes, but anyway, so you've got brand new boxes, you've got brand new shirts.
I tend to buy me boxes brand new. I don't know if that's weird.
You've started wearing your watch a lot, which you don't normally do, and you've got a new hairstyle. So
which you did for me.
Yeah, but...
God, on my week, you can't really see it, I don't think.
So all these things have happened this week. So what I want to know is, are you having an affair?
All right. I'm going to move straight on.
Husband's hump.
Just read what it says on my husband's hump.
Accusing me of having an affair because I'm wearing a watch and some new Hawaiian shirts. How funny.
How funny. Isn't it hilarious?
Yeah.
Isn't it hilarious being constantly accused of having an affair just because you might wear something new?
No. It's because you've done it all in 1 week. Like, where's like this?
No, it's not. Right, I've been wearing Hawaiian shirts for ages.
Yeah.
There's a Gap sale on. They always have nice Hawaiian shirts in there. I thought I'll try and get a couple in the sale. And they had a couple of nice ones, so I got them. And again, it's on the back of the booze purchases that I don't have any part in and stuff like that. And I think, well, that's what I like to do, so I got that. I've actually been wearing my watch for the last month and a half, but you've just not noticed.
That's rubbish.
No, it is. I've been wearing it. I've got loads of videos that I can show you me wearing my watch on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So that you've just not noticed. The hair, right, I've had a skinhead for a few months now.
Yeah.
After COVID, my hair started falling out, so I started shaving it. It's growing back now because I've been taking special tablets prior to something like that.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's come back and stuff. But I've kept it as a skinhead. It grows really fast, my hair, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So over the last week or so, 2 weeks, we've been so busy, I've not had time to shave my hair. So a couple of days ago, I said to you, I'm going to shave my hair. And did I suggest it or you? I think I might have suggested it.
Yeah, I think it's because you've been watching all these
footballers
young
with mohawks, Mohicans.
Which
I said I might do a mohawk.
My favourite hairstyle on you was the mohawk that you had.
Well, what about this? We were talking about superstitions earlier on. The last time I had a mohawk, I won an award for being the best personality in Dubai. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
And that was the last time I had a mohawk. So I've got a mohawk now. Let's see what good luck it brings. So far, nothing. So far, absolutely rubbish. So that's my hump was...
How funny.
Yeah. It's really weird. You've got...
No, I actually say this one in jest.
You do say it in jest, but you've written it down.
All right, Larry David.
You have written it down. I don't make much effort. Like today, I've got up. I've still got me jogger shorts on that I wore in bed last night. I've got the T-shirt I had on. I've just had a shower pre-podcast, and I've just to come in here, I've put that on. I don't make much of an effort, but I'm embarrassed about that sometimes. And I have to appear on social media a lot for my job on the radio, so I don't want to look like a tramp all the time. So the Hawaiian shirts is part of that. It looks quite colourful, looks fun on the videos. So that's why I do it for work. We had this conversation on the last podcast. Even if the opportunity was there, 100% wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it makes me a bit sad because I think, and I'm going to be honest here, I think you look smoking every day. Absolutely beautiful every day. I help you with clothes. If I see something, I'm like, buy that, you'll look great in that. Sometimes you don't agree and then you buy it and you look fantastic, right?
You do also point out other women.
Yeah, no, if I see something,
Yeah.
I'm like, you'd look great in that, right? That's not me fancying them. That's me thinking Laura would look great in that. I love the clothes you wear. I love buying your clothes. I think you've got a really quirky style and you always look fantastic. But I would fancy it every time I saw you now. I'm not saying that because I'm your husband, right? I see other men looking at you. Now, when I was younger, that used to make me want to kill everybody. Now it makes me feel like I got the best wife. Genuinely, that's what I think. So I'm not going to spend my life thinking, oh, because these guys all fancy her, she's going to have an affair. You're not even seeing women look at me or fancy me because nobody does.
Oh, I have. And that's not true because over the years, I think, like you said, you're a personality out here, you're a celebrity out here, you know, like, so...
Pushing it a bit, but yeah, I am known.
Yeah, well, there have been times when women have literally groped you, put their arms right round you, they've touched your bits and stuff like that. And
I don't like
then
it.
they're like, take a selfie or get someone to take a photo of me, right?
That's my worst time.
And that over the years has annoyed me because I feel like...
You get mad at me though.
Yeah, I know, but because I can't go up to these people...
Just take it out on me and I hate it.
It's normally an event which, you know, you're hosting or something like that. So,
yeah.
So I can't go and have a go at these women. But I feel like, hold on a minute. If I went up to your husband and suddenly grabbed his bits and started throwing my arms around, is that okay? Because you've just done that to my husband.
Yeah, and I totally agree with the sort of the Me Too and Time's Up movements and stuff like that. I'm quite strong on all of that stuff.
Good point.
But because of my nature of being quite light-hearted and stuff like that, people don't know what I'm like inside.
Yeah.
Fat jokes are plenty.
Yeah, which I hate.
Punching above your weight jokes with you.
Which I hate.
People thinking I'm up for a laugh more than I am. But also the touchy stuff. I don't like shaking hands. I'm really particular about being near anybody. But you're right. I am not comparing what happens to me to what I know happens to you. I think men, on the whole, are a lot more lecherous, dangerous and handsy than women will ever be.
Yeah.
But it does happen to me because sometimes drunk women at events think it's a good laugh.
But it's true. It's
true. Look,
no, but hold on a minute.
It doesn't happen enough for me to be on about it all the time. But on the occasion that it happens, it's too much for me.
Yeah, and if it was a female presenter and a load of blokes went up and started groping her, and
there'd be police involved.
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. I agree that for several reasons, I don't like it when women do it to you.
So I just want to leave this here by saying, don't fondle me, anyone. Now, some people will be hearing this going, I'm going to now, he said it. Don't.
Hey, you know, you just mentioned about your hair, by the way.
Yeah.
So I read something this morning that said men that have trouble growing beards often have a good head of hair.
Yeah,
and
it's true of me.
Bald men grow really thick beards, which when you think about it...
It's true.
My dad...
A lot of beard.
Roger, we know...
Beard, no hair.
Yep.
His brother, beard, no hair.
Yep. He's got...
Your mother, beard, no hair.
Would you rather?
Would you rather have mediocre or a brilliant sandwich? So I'm talking really average, wish I'd not bothered, that kind of
Yeah.
Or the perfect best sandwich. So I don't know what your dream sandwich is, Ploughman's, whatever.
I saw this tweet.
Because I put this on the Twitter.
I voted. It's the first time ever.
Did you vote in the poll?
First time ever I voted because I was so like... Everyone's going to say sandwich here, which is ridiculous. So I obviously voted for upstairs.
I'm not saying that you would never have again or never have good again.
But over a sandwich? Oh, no way.
No, over a brilliant sandwich.
Don't care. I don't care.
I've had a sandwich this morning for my breakfast that were rubbish. I would take anything over that.
I could not eat all day. If you said to me, mediocre, I'd be like, yeah. Absolutely. My favourite sandwich, right, is a cheese and tomato sandwich.
Maybe that's why you take the mediocre over it.
Right,
because that is a really rubbish.
Yeah, so everyone tells me. But I've tried fancy sandwiches, but a proper cheese and tomato sandwiches.
Perfect bread, granary bread, thick.
Yeah, but, maybe with some pub chips.
So your perfect sandwich.
Yeah. Mature cheese, nice,
Mature
strong,
cheese.
crumbly cheese.
Doorstep bread,
Yeah.
chutney.
No sauces.
No sauces, tomato.
Dry, yeah. Margarine.
And on the side, pub chips.
Yeah.
So this is your in the pub, perhaps,
Yeah.
with a drink of your choice.
Yeah. Pint of beer. Nice.
Sunny day, beer garden.
Oh,
What's that pub called that
perfect.
we always go to down in New Forest next to train track?
Station, is it?
The station.
Yeah.
So that beer garden with your perfect sandwich,
Yeah.
perfect chips. Or 4 minute, couldn't be bothered, didn't enjoy it, didn't get to where you wanted to get.
4 minutes.
Yeah, but I also didn't say in the question where you would be having your sandwich. I'm elaborating on both points.
Yeah, but you're making one worse than the other there.
No, I'm not. All right, even here then. You're hungry for both things.
Yeah.
Perfect sandwich.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Mouth-watering.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you feel really satisfied.
Yeah.
Or mediocre over in a flash, you're not satisfied.
Upstairs every time, because that makes me feel more satisfied than the sandwich. Now I know for you it's the other way around, but I don't get hangry, and which you regularly do.
No, you get f***ry. What's the upstairs version of a hangry? F***ry.
That we'll have to come up with a term.
I just did.
I don't like it. I don't like that one. It's too rude.
Bangry, because it's a bang, innit? I like bangry.
Yeah, I like bangry. Okay.
Yeah.
So bangry or
So, because
or
you
hangry.
get in a bad mood when you're not getting enough, right? You do
Yeah, I do.
change as a person. You're like
God, this episode is making me sound the blimmin'.
Yeah.
You said the t-shirt and the horny.
erogeneously, you're known as the incredible sulk.
Yeah. So yeah, I voted. So I voted for.
Okay, well, 70% of people surveyed for the podcast said they prefer the sandwich.
Obvious.
Yeah, well, you say obvious. I mean, that's what people said.
They've obviously not had mediocre.
With you.
No, I was going to say with you actually.
Yeah. A lot of people have had mediocre
Yeah.
with me. Not going to lie.
Readers' wives and husbands.
Okay, we've had an email. You can email us. The email address is in the description of the podcast. This is from NL. Asked to remain anonymous. That's the initials, NL. A while ago, my hubby had a bad shaving rash before an event and was stressing, so I introduced him to the wonderful world of cover-up. At first, he was offended at the suggestion, but once applied, he was fine. Since then, he barely leaves the house without it, but his application technique leaves a lot to be desired. And on more than one occasion, he's gone out looking somewhere between a ballroom dancer and a meringue. This is good. I'm sure his colleagues must be noticing, and I'm a little embarrassed by it. What would you guys do? I cut myself shaving when we went to Dubai Opera, didn't I? And you put a little bit on my chin. I'm not averse to it, but I'm conscious.
I'm not a makeup fan, full stop.
No.
Whenever I see women in too much makeup, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan at all. And so if I saw a man in too much makeup, I'd probably feel the same. A little bit of cover up on a spot, or fine, go for it, male or female.
Well, what should she say to him then? What do you reckon? Here's what I'd do if I was her. I would buy some nice men's selection. I bet you can get men's now, can't you? It's not something I look out for. Buy him a little men's one, a Clarins, a Clinique or something like that.
Right.
I got you this. Let me put a bit on for you, see what it looks like, and then reintroduce the learning process.
I think I'd be honest. I think I'd say, "Oh, no, you're wearing too much of that now. It doesn't look right." I think I'd be honest, because I think me and you are quite honest with each other and stuff like that.
I'd find a program. What's that guy called? Bag of Chips. You know what? I don't even know what the term is now.
They're still called drag queens.
Drag queen, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, they are
Bag of
still.
chips. I'd be like, that's how much cover up you're putting on.
Yeah.
Oh, rain it in, sunshine.
When you're watching TV and the lighting's bad and you can see that they've got too much makeup on, obviously because they've got to wear makeup for the cameras.
When you watch it in 4K,
yeah,
shows every nook and cranny, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Horrible. But yeah, thank you for the email. If you want to email us, the email address is on the description of the podcast. Absolutely anything, we'll discuss it. I'm not saying we give the correct answer, because 9 out of 10 times we probably don't.
Somebody actually messaged and said they're loving the podcast and they actually feel like they're getting too much of an insight into us. But then they said, actually they quite like it because they feel like it's real. But yeah, you've let some stuff out about me today.
Yeah, and there'll be more.
Recommendations.
First up, I know you're sick of me going on about this. Joni Mitchell, Blue. It's the 50th anniversary. Last podcast, I recommended Tapestry by Carole King. Came out in 1971. This week, it was the 50th anniversary of Blue, the album, which is an iconic album that's inspired loads of your favourite artists. And she's put an EP out called Blue 50, which is a few remastered demo cuts from the album.
Yeah.
If you like her,
no, I like her. I just don't like how precious you are about her.
Well,
and not in a jealousy way. I just like if I say I don't like one of the songs or something like that. And look, one of my favourite bits of a movie is one of her songs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let me tell you, I would take a mediocre Joni Mitchell album over a brilliant sandwich. So yeah, there's that one. It's called Blue 50. It's only about 5 tracks, I think, but it's a good listen, and it's the ones you'll know from the album, slightly reworked, and a couple of others on there. Luca, the new Disney Pixar film we saw with the family, feels like forever ago, but it was this week.
Gosh, was it?
It's about set in Italy, tells a story of these cute sea monsters who, when they come out of the sea, they are human. They're under the water, they're like green and blue, fluorescent. When they come out, as soon as they dry off, they become human. Pinky skin and everything.
I guess it tells a story of friendship.
Yeah, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Good family film.
Yeah.
Gets totes emotion at the end, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So
no, it's a good one.
I think that's mine. Have you got any?
What about the new Jeremy Clarkson?
I don't know. It's called Clarkson on the Farm. Clarkson's Farm, something like that. It's on Amazon. We watched episode 1 last night. Look.
I know there's a lot of people that hate Jeremy Clarkson. There's a lot of love and hate for him, isn't there?
Right. I don't get along with the boorish, slightly the over the hill, brilliant British attitude. I don't get along with that.
I'm not a massive fan of his.
And I'm not a fan of scripted reality, which Top Gear sometimes is. And a lot of the programs we watch, like A League of Their Own, you can tell when it's being faked.
Yeah.
I'm guessing a large part of this Clarkson one's faked, but he does it well. He's used to doing it.
Yeah.
And it's actually really easy telly to watch. It's got a bit of bad language, but it's all right for the fam.
Yeah, I would say the farmer, the guy that's with him.
He's the star of the show.
Yeah.
He makes a good double act.
Yeah.
Because Clarkson the whole way through, it'd probably be too much, Bumbling buffoon, can't work out how to work a farm. So he's got this guy who's never left the countryside. He's brilliant. I love him.
Caleb Cooper.
I think it's Caleb. That's the recommendations.
Compliments.
Great blueberry jam Victoria sponge this week. I've never had blueberry jam in my life. You made me a chocolate cake for Father's Day, which was lovely. I know you thought it was a bit dry, but with a bit of ice cream, it was top notch. Then you made a blueberry jam Victoria sponge, which you've had another slice of this morning for breakfast. And I'm freaked out by food.
Yeah.
And I've only had a real blueberry for the first time a couple of weeks ago, which people will have heard on the podcast. So I didn't know what to expect when I ate it. And I don't know, it just tastes like normal jam to me, but beautiful cake.
Thanks.
The correct amount of moist.
I like it moist.
The other compliment I've got for you is how good you are on dress-up days for the kids. Because little Betsy Pearl went into school yesterday as Jane Goodall.
Yeah.
The monkey woman, to simplify it. Was Jane Goodall the one who did chimpanzees? Yeah. Then you had
Diane Fossey did Gorillas
and in the Mist, of course.
Birute Galif. I can't remember her surname.
It's close.
But it's a German lady, Birute.
Yeah, she did orangutans.
Yeah.
And Betsy went in like safari gear with dockers and with a pair of binoculars and 2 monkeys fastened to her.
Yeah.
Chunky and Cheeky, we named them in the car. She looked absolutely amazing, cute as a button. The picture went out on our socials.
I love doing costumes. Yeah. It's one of those jobs that I would love to have had.
I have a question for you. We have to be quick here because we've overran. Are we hipster Terry tryhards when it comes to dressing up the kids? Because a lot of people, it's like Harry Potter, real obvious.
Yeah, I don't like going for the norm. Yes, so yes,
because on book day we did Frida Kahlo.
But it's not a competitive thing in that I'm competing against other mums or other kids.
Is it not?
No, it's not. 100%. No, it's me. Like, I like doing that. So it's like me competing with myself almost. Yeah. So it's not a...
You put a lot of effort in. I mean, she looks so good. I'm amazed you're not accusing her of having an affair.
Well, my compliment is...
That I'm not having an affair?
That you've looked very nice with your new boxes, your new shirt, your new hair and your watch. You look lovely this week.
Yeah, well, thank you, because nobody else in the world has noticed, least alone attainable, attractive women. Not that I'm on the lookout, but nobody's noticed. I mean, I have gone into work all this week with a mohawk. Now, it's a short mohawk. It's a centimetre and a half.
I'm excited to see it when it...
But you can tell it's a mohawk, right? Yeah, you can when it's spiked. Not a single person has said a thing.
Yeah, but they might think it's a haircut gone wrong at the minute. So
It does look a bit like that, doesn't it? I tell you what, the mohawk is great for receding men because you get rid of this bit anyway.
True.
That bit spiked up. Right, I think we are at the end and we've overrun. This one will be a bit longer even with editing.
Okay.
So thanks a lot for listening, everybody. Oh, we got in the charts. We're back out the charts, but we got in the charts. We were at number 25 in the UAE comedy charts, which is amazing. We were above Mark Maron, No Such Thing as a Fish, Chris Moyles,
Alan Carr.
Kyle Sandilands, Kyle and Jackie O, Alan Carr. We were above some really big names.
Yeah, it felt nice.
Came as an absolute shock. I didn't even know there were charts. I only had a look on a punt. And we were at number 25.
Yes, please share it with your friends.
Yeah, please, because the more people hear it, the nicer it is for us anyway. And it's, if you like it, maybe your friends will.
Okay, shall we go and have a nice sandwich now?
A brilliant sandwich. You know what kind of sandwich I want? Just a little finger sandwich.
I'll have a mediocre one.
The end.